This lesson is about 2016 SAT Booklet. Hopefully, it can give you some help for your future SAT test. So for section 3, this is a math test, no calculator. For SAT, since it's a timing test, so it's very important for you to know a lot of tricks for timing test. Let's look at the number 1. If fx plus 6 equals 10, what's the value of 10x plus 3? When you have this kind of question, don't rush to solve for x, then plug in. That will waste time. Just check. I have 5x here, and I'm looking for 10x. So how can I get from 5 to 10? Both equation I need to multiply by 2. So I will get the 10x plus 12 equals 20. And a 10x plus 3 plus 9, I have to create like 10x plus 3, then equals 20. So 10x plus 3, I minus 9 both sides. That's why I will get the 10x plus 3 equal to 11. That's how you get this answer. For second one, the easiest way just like a plug in, because you cannot use calculator, and you just say plug in x plus y equal to 0, then it will be like b and a c. Then I plug in the b, 3 times 2 minus 2 times negative 2. Yeah, it's equal to 10. That's why this is good. So b will be your answer. If you do the normal way, such as substitution or elimination to solve this system equation, it will waste time. For number 3, basically when you do like 12 multiply something, and the keywords you will have like per, or like each, or like every. So it's easy to figure out that A is the answer. And for number 4, it's easy to figure out that it will be square, because you are supposed to get like 3 terms. If it's a fourth power, then you will get like 5 terms. That's why B and D is gone. So I look for A and C. You know the square, and we use the A plus B square equals to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. But anyway, I have 3a squared, then you square, it will be 9a to the 4th power. So definitely a will be your answer. And for the C, 9a squared, it will be 81. Definitely it's wrong. Okay, so for number 5, basically this is a square root of function. When you have square root of function and isolate the square root, that's the first step. So, and you will get like a 2k squared plus 17 equals x. I add x, or you can cross the x the other side. Then I plug in, here's a 7. You know, this will be 7. That's why I square both sides. The reason why I square both sides, I can get rid of the square root. So I got the 2k squared plus 17 equals 49. And minus 17 both sides, I will get the 2k squared equals, here's 2, here's 32. So k squared equals 16. And a k will be plus or minus 4, basically. But it's given the k greater than 0. That's why 4 is the answer. But easy way is just like a plug in, check the answers. I have, you know, you can plug in 2 plus 17 minus 7 is equal to 0. You can just like plug in, work on this problem. Just check the answers. For number 6, the keywords will be parallel line. So whenever you see the parallel, which means slope equal to each other. So I need to figure out the slope for the first one. You see the y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I will set up like 2 minus 0 over 0 minus negative 5. It will be equal to 0 minus negative 4. Then it's p minus 0. So I will get the 2, here's a 5, equal to 4 over p. Then you cross multiply, p equals 10. Okay, for number 7, and it's this part, when you have like x to the mth power over x to the nth power, you know that is m minus n. So I will change this one into x a squared minus b squared equal to x to the 16th power. Same base, I can cancel. So I will get the a squared minus b squared equals 16. Then what you have, we call this is dose factoring. How you get like a plus b times a minus b. Then equals 16. Then we know that this one given to you is 2 times a minus b equal to 16. That's why a minus b equal to 8. That's the answer. So for number 8, I can set up like n. For number 8, first of all, since I'm looking for this greatest number of sides, and it's given the exterior angle is 50. So let me get that angle first, because that's we can set up the inequalities. The angle will be 360 over n. They said this angle is greater than or equal to 50. And next step is I will solve for these inequalities. I will multiply by n both sides, and 360, and then greater than or equal to 50 times n. Then I divide it by 50 both sides. Then I will get the n less than or equal to, let me see, that will be 7.2. So 7 will be the answer. For number 9, if we know that slope and then the point, normally we use this formula to figure out the linear function. So we just like plug in this time. I plug in it's y minus, this is x1, here's y1. So minus 8 equal to slope is 2x minus 1. So I simplify, I will get the y equals distributive property 2x minus 2 plus 8. And I will get the 2x plus 6. That's the first one. Then we go to the second one, and we will figure out the slope first. So 1 minus 2, 2 minus 1 equals negative 1. Then the linear function will be y minus 2 equal to negative 1x minus 1. So I will get the negative x plus 1 distributive property plus 2. So you will get y equals negative x plus 3. Then check, you are looking for a plus b now. And from this linear equation, I can move the x over here. Is x plus y equals 3. Basically, that's a, b will be we count as x, y, because that's the points on the graph. In other words, I can write down like a plus b equal to 3. So that's why 3 will be your answer. If you didn't know this trick, you have to solve for x, then you figure out the y, then you add it together, you still get the 3. But when you working on this kind of problem, try to find the trick for the shortcut. So for number 10, and we're looking for that the solution will be y greater than or equal to -1 will be the solution. And we know that it's always like absolute value greater than or equal to 0. And then you have x squared always greater than or equal to 0. Or x to nth power, let me write down that way, is greater than or equal to 0. So for the first one, we can see that it's y will be greater than or equal to -2. For the second one, yeah, still it's y greater than or equal to -2. C, definitely it will be y greater than or equal to 0, because it will be square and y is greater than or equal to 0. For the third one, it could be from -infinity to +infinity for the y. That's why the solution will be C, will be the answer. For number 11, this is about like complex numbers. Complex number, when you simplify, you have to use this formula like a plus bi times a minus bi. That equals a squared plus b squared. So that's the a plus bi and a minus bi. We call these two is conjugate to each other. And so I just multiply by top and bottom is conjugate, a minus 2i. Then it's a minus 2i. So the bottom you will get the a squared plus 2 squared. And the top, I go to do the FOIL this time. Do the FOIL. So I will get the 24, then minus 6i, minus 40i, then plus 10i squared. Your bottom, you will get like a 68. And the top, for this one, you know that it's minus 10. So you will get the 14. Minus, here's a 46i. So if you reduce, you could see that's the answer. And for number 12, basically we're looking for the f. What's f equals? What's f equals? So first of all, this is a fraction. Definitely we do cross multiply. So cross multiply. And I would get like r times n plus r f equal to f. Then you could see this is a linear function, right? So we isolate the f on one side. I will move over here. I got the rn equal to f minus rf. Then I take f outside. I got the 1 minus r. Then over here is r times n. Then if we're working on the f, we divide it by 1 minus r both sides. That's why we cancel. F will be, that's the answer. So B will be the answer. And for number 13, 13 is we're looking for the sum of all values. And we know that for ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, and x1 plus x2 equal to negative b over a. X1 times x2 equals c over a. That's the formula. So basically, this is sum of the all values, means x1 plus x2. That is m1 plus m2. You will get negative 16. Negative b means the opposite of b. So I will got the 16 over 2. You will get 8. That's all. You know, for the decay, the formula, it will be like f of x equals a0 times 1 minus r to the x power. And r will be the rate. You can see that's the percentage. So I can write down that is 325, 1 minus 0.13 to the tth power. That's why the answer will be A. For number 15, we can do the backward. You see which one is equal to like 5x minus 2 over x plus 3. And definitely those two is wrong. So we can check over here. And 5 I can write down like x plus 3. Then bottom is x plus 3. So make the same denominator, then minus x plus 3 over, this one is 2 over. Then we do distributive property, get the 5x plus 15. So 15 minus 2 is 13. It's not like a 5x minus 2. So that's why C is wrong. Then D must be the answer. And you can check this is the same thing, but it's just like x plus 3, then 5x plus 3, then minus x plus 3 bottom, then 17. And if you do like 5x plus 15, then minus 17, you know, I minus 17 here, then you can get that answer. So definitely D will be your answer. Another way to the number 15 is we can do that synthetic division. So I have, here's negative 3. That's the roots. So, and for this part, I have 5. This is x, then minus 2. So I will get, this is bring down. I have 5. Multiply, it's negative 15. Then I get a negative 17. You know, if this is x, then here's a constant number. Then it will be x plus 3. Definitely, it's this one will be the answer. Normally, whenever you divide it by linear function, then try to use synthetic division because that's the easiest way to do it. Or I can do that by long division. So I have 5x minus 2. Then here is x plus 3. So I do the 5 here. Then I have 5x plus 15. Then we do subtraction. Subtract means I change the sign. So I got the negative 17. Still, that's the D will be your answer. So for the grid part and for mixed numbers, you have to use that improper fraction, you know, like 7 over 2. That's the one thing you need to pay attention. Basically, for number 16, it will be 225x plus 750y, it should be like 3,000. So we divided by 250 both sides. And we will get that x plus 3y equals 12. Then try to get that integer solutions for x and y. So when I plug in x equals 1, it's not integer for y, and then you can try 1 through 9 or 12. Just try 1, 2, 3, 4, keep going, try. Then we can get if x equals 3, then y will be 3. And if x equals 6, then y will be 2. If x equals 9, then the y equals 1. So the answer either is 3, 6, or 9. That's the answer. For number 17, first of all, we need to do distributive property for the left side. So I have 6x squared plus 10x plus 9x, then plus 15. Combine like terms, I got 6x squared plus 19x plus 15. And it's equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. So definitely b will be 19. That's the answer. And for the number 18, it's tested on the similar triangle. For the ABE, it's similar to BCD. And then the corresponding sides, that ratio should be equal to each other. So we can check like 10 over 5 equal to 8 over x. Then figure out like a CB first. That's the CB. And the x will be 4. Yeah, here's 4. Then we test on CE. CE will be 4 plus 8 equals 12. That's all. For number 19, it's about trigonometry. So we are looking for the value of A, and the angle for AOB is pi over A. Then from given information, we can figure out what's the angle for AOB by doing SOHCAHTOA, or the property for the circle. Here's, I label this is x, here's y. Then we use the tangent. Tangent, let's label here is alpha. Okay, so alpha equals y over x. That's how you will get 1 over square root of 3. That's square root of 3 over 3. Then the alpha will be 30 degrees, which means pi over 6. And pi over A, that's the angle for AOB. And I already figured out it's pi over 6. So definitely A will be 6. For number 20, if the system has infinite many solutions, which means that two equations will be exactly the same. So I will create exactly the same thing. And how you do that? Look at the 12 and then the 16. So for the first one, I can multiply by 5 so that I can get the 16. So I will get the 5a x plus 5by equal to 60. Then I compare for the 2x plus 8y equals 60. So since these two equal, it has to be equal. Then these two has to be equal. So I have 5a equals 2. Then 5b equals 8. Then I do divide both sides. That's how you get, that's 1 over 4. You know, cancel, you get a over b equals 1 over 4.